Okay, hi everybody. It's been a while since I've made a video and I have a few minutes before I need to do work, so I'm going to try to make this a quick video. I have had some back and forth conversation with someone who's commented on my videos, and so I thought that maybe now would be a good time to talk about my atheism, which is um, a world away from being a Jehovah's Witness. Obviously, uh, I started this channel to talk about my healing from being a Jehovah's Witness, but part of that I've alluded to in many of my videos is that since leaving the organization, I have um, uh, gone very far away from belief in God at all. And in maybe a video future, I will tell you why. Uh, Specifically, some of the reasons why I've decided that you know I just no longer believe. And so uh, the graphic here is just representative of what I feel it's like to be an atheist. I happened to just stumble across this as I was getting ready to make this video, but really, when you are in a religion, especially, being a Jehovah's Witness, you spend a lot of time trying to convince everybody else that they're wrong about the religion they're a part of or the God that they serve. So, growing up as a Jehovah's Witness, or I hear other people religion, everybody, you know, talks as if their form of worship and their belief is correct. And basically, to me, moving over into acceptance that I am an atheist really just frees me from having to have that debate. Okay, I don't need to debate with you on which of us is right because it's nothing that I can debate, right? I don't believe in a God, I don't believe in a religion, so I can't debate with you on whether or not your religion or my lack of belief is correct. I tend to allow people to believe what they want. I'm not one of those atheists who feels the need to convince others that they're wrong. I really don't care whether or not other people are religious. It doesn't bother me to the extent that their religion doesn't harm someone. And that's always going to be the case, right? So I can't, I don't feel like atheism is the answer to anything any more than I feel religion is the answer. I feel really human beings have the answers to a lot of our problems. We just would have to stop being so selfish. And as a society, there's a lot of selfishness. There's a lot of capitalism, which to me contributes to the world being so inequitable, which also contributes to there being crime and things that are negative. People who commit crimes are selfish. So I think the root of a lot of the world's problems are within us as people. And honestly, I think that it would probably take us to shed the the religious notions because we are all so busy. I mean, you think I did a video about Roe versus Wade, right? That is really a religious versus non-religious conversation. And so we are having debates and we are having conversations that once again lead back to you right and I'm wrong. And until we, which this is never going to happen, I don't expect this ever, until as a society we accept that God isn't real and really we are the ones who are responsible for our way of life. Until people do that, until people, I think, until more people recognize that, hey, I play a part in making my life better. I can, not prayer, not this being that I'm worshiping, because to me, religion is a distraction from acceptance and taking responsibility um, for, the role you play in the decisions you make, the role you play in society as a whole. So I think that there's a lot more conversation I can have about that. But again, I just want to have a quick um, a quick conversation. One of the things that the person who was messaging me kept asking me is who created you. So I'm going to answer that question in this video. I attempted to answer it in my comments, but I will go ahead and answer that for anyone else who may have that question. For anyone who, for atheists, um, I don't believe in creation. So that is not a question I can answer. I have long, um, you know, been past the point where I believe that God created people. And even when I went back to the organization, it was one of the things that was always in the back of my mind. Because again, you're sitting there and you're listening to these talks and you're expected to take all this stuff in, and most of it I just didn't believe anymore. Not just because I didn't believe in the organization, but because I just don't believe in the concept of um, the Bible, creation, and God. And so it really was, I had no place being at the Kingdom Hall, honestly, but it it was just all that I knew. And again, I'll try to explain that in another video because I don't have a lot of time. But I don't believe in creation. I believe the very simple way to explain how I feel I as a human being can exist without creation is the same way Christians believe that God can exist without creation. Um, when you are a Christian, you preach and you talk about the fact that, oh, everything had to have a creator, but at the same time, you accept that God did not. Okay, so for me, I just accept that nothing, no being needed to be created. That the same way you believe that God could just come into existence, I believe that human beings just came into existence, except, there's more of a scientific method behind that. I do believe in evolution. And one of the, I'll just put this out there for anybody who's curious or wanting to know. I think that the Cosmos is a great documentary that explains evolution in such an easy to understand way, because when you learn it, as a religious person, obviously, when your religion tries to teach you about evolution, they form it in a way that isn't believable. Oh, if we're all monkeys, then how do monkeys still exist? Well, that isn't the basis of evolution. And when you learn that, when you learn how evolution can actually work and what the scientific theory of natural selection, that makes perfect sense to me. So I would encourage anyone. I'm not a scientist. I don't, you know, I don't I don't believe that I'm some sort of expert on this field. I just accept what's taught to me because it makes more sense to me than um, God created beings. And I will just say this very quickly, that the biggest thing that I have a hard time accepting, from the belief standpoint, is that God has the ability to intervene and doesn't. Nobody's ever going to convince me that a loving entity, a loving being, would see all of the crap that is going on in the world and not stop it. I just don't believe that. And so you cannot, if that can't, that and love don't mesh to me. And so therefore the whole basis of what we're taught in the Bible does not make sense to me. So that's all the time that I have, and I'm open and welcome to comments. And another time, perhaps on the weekend when I have more time to do a longer, more in-depth video, I will take the time to do that. But I just wanted to get back and sort of give my thoughts on that conversation that I've been having. Until next time, thanks. Bye.